Welcome back to CLL Come Let's Learn. Now, there are 5 mistakes I can't afford to have you still making up to now. Now, let me show you those mistakes. The first one is making mistake with singular verb, where you say he go to school every day. No, in English, we don't say he go to school every day. Why we wouldn't say he go to school every day is because go is a plural verb instead, and he is a singular subject. So we say he goes with the S form of the verb, which is the singular form. He goes to school every day instead of he go to school every day. Now, let's get it quickly to the second part. The second mistake I can't afford you having to make is this one, where you say he has 23 years old. No, he cannot have 23 years old in English like in other language. We say he is 23 years old. Why we say he is 23 years old? Because age in English goes with verb be. So you either use the verb be that goes with the subject. If the subject is plural, you can use are. If the subject is I, you can use am. I am 25 years old. He is 23 years old. She is 28 years old. We are 29 years old. Not have. Not she has 26 years old, or we have this amount of age. Okay, with that being said, let's go to the third. The third I don't want you making is this bad mistake, can plus to. Do not say she can to dance. Wow, we cannot say that in English. Maybe we would say that in other languages when you translate into English, but we can't say she or Peter can to dance. No, that's wrong. Can is a modal verb. It cannot go with to. We can say love to. We can say another verb with to, but not modal verb. Can cannot go with to. So we just say simple. She can dance, or Peter can dance, or Peter likes to dance. The fourth mistake I don't want you making is double past tense. Double past tense. Now let's take an example. You could use two verbs in a sentence, but don't use two past tense at the same time. Let's take an example. We didn't eat the rice. Come on. Yes, we know the sentence is in the past, but we cannot say the past tense for do and then use the past tense for eat at the same time. So it's best we say we didn't eat the rice. One verb carried the past. Two already carried did, and now it's being blended with not as contraction saying didn't. So it's already in the past. It's best you just use do past and don't use another past after you have already used one past. The last mistake among the 5 mistakes, I don't want you to make this mistake, my learners. Do not use very before like. Let's take one wrong example. Do not say I very like this, or I very love this, or I very hate this. Now there's another way to modify that hate, that love to an extent that you want to do, but the best way is this word. Take this word from me. Really. Really does the same work as very, but really is the right way for that sentence instead of you saying the wrong way. So let's take the right way. I really like to play. I really love to read. I really love to code. That's a perfect example of the verb like being modified to an extent, or love being modified to an extent. But it would be very, very wrong to use very in that place. Do not use very along with like, love, or hate. Now let's recap the 5 mistakes I talked about that we can't afford to make, my learners. When you with us, come let's learn, you can't be making these mistakes. The 5 mistakes are singular verb with plural subject or plural verb with singular subject. He or she or one person should be with the verb with S. Can and to. Another one was can. We don't use can and to. Can is a modal verb. It cannot go along with to, like can to. Another one we took was we cannot use two past in one sentence. Even if we use two verbs, one verb should carry the past and the other can remain with just a base form. Another one we took was have or has. Have or has talk about belonging. Yes, your age is yours, but we cannot use have or has with age. We use verb be. Even if it's past, I was 23 years old last year. Now I'm 24 years old. Nothing to do with has or have or had. Okay? And then we took very being wrong with like, love, or hate. We cannot use very with either like, love, or hate. The best one we could use in that place would be really. So take really instead and not very. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. It's still CLL. You can come and we learn together. Come, let's learn. I'm not going to teach you.